Good afternoon. Sam here, as you probably know because this is on my personal page. Wanted to give everybody an update on the attack that happened last year at the Providence Place Mall. And if you haven't heard about it, that is a surprise because, like a lot of trolls out there like to remind me, I talk about it all the time. And the reason why I talk about it all the time is because I believe from the beginning that there was a big possibility that justice would not be served, and I've been trying to just drum up interest in the case. I really think that it was a big deal. It's unique, and I'm not saying that just because it was me as the victim. If you're not familiar with it, we had a rally in Providence last August. This is 2018, and at this rally, it was called the Providence Freedom Rally, and it was organized by a group of conservatives and libertarians like myself. We believe in free speech, we believe in the Bill of Rights, and we believe in those values for everyone here, as far as we're concerned. And there may be some disagreements as to, philosophical things about who they actually extend to, like citizens versus non-citizens, but that's a nuanced thing, and we don't even need to get into that now. At this rally, it was raining really bad, and there were a ton of opposition, and most of them were holding communist flags. They had masks. They identified as Antifa. No doubt they were Antifa. They used, there was a very small police presence. The opposition overran our equipment. We had canopy tents, we had sound equipment, we had all the intentions in the world just to go and have a speaking event. They overran our equipment, destroyed the equipment. Once the police shut down our rally, we packed up, and as we were leaving, there were horse-mounted riot police. Protesters picked up horse crap, threw it at us. There was one arrest for that. And then after that, we were parked at the Providence Place Mall. The police set up a perimeter outside. Somehow a group of Antifa made it inside the mall and hit me over the head with a bike lock. Just missed my spine, just missed my carotid artery, according to the hospital. The guy was arrested. The attack was caught on video. You can clearly see the guy's image. You can see his outfit and everything. And then on the separate video where he gets apprehended, it's the same guy. You can clearly see his image. You can clearly see his clothes. And he gets arrested and charged with felony assault. The detectives told me that there would be mall security footage. Like, there should be mall security footage. I have not seen it yet. I've only seen amateur video footage, and I appreciate those people who have come forward with it, because I know that it's an incredibly unpopular thing to expose Antifa. They get targeted and attacked when doing so. People do. So, update. Last month, the DA, I received notification as the victim that there was a pre-trial conference with the DA, the suspect's attorney, and I don't know, the judge, I guess. And the intent of these pre-trial conferences is to try to get rid of the case without going to court, which means make a deal, right? And I was told that as a victim, I have the right to go and be present for this thing. I don't get to sit in with the judge and the guy's attorney, but I get to meet with the DA and tell him or her what happened and hear I guess an update for the case. So that's what I did. I went down, I met with the DA. It's Assistant Attorney General James Baum, B-O-H-M, and we sat down for quite a while, and he told me, I'm just gonna really get to the bottom of this because I don't want to bore you people. He told me that bottom line, he doesn't think that this guy, the suspect who hit me over the head, and I say suspect just because I'm being fair, he's definitely the guy. They got the right guy. The guy who hit me over the head will likely get off with having his charges filed. And I pressed the Assistant Attorney General what filed means, and he says, well, he'll have some conditions for a period of time, years probably, where he'll be on probation and all this other stuff. But assuming he goes along with all those conditions successfully, the charge will essentially go away and you won't have a conviction. And the reason why this is a big deal to me and to everyone else is this is the guy's second offense. The first time he assaulted someone was at a Trump rally in 2016. He went and he spit on someone on camera and got arrested immediately for simple assault. I don't know if it was immediately, but he got arrested for simple assault. I guess he got off on that charge somehow, so he doesn't have a conviction associated with that. And the DA in this case is telling me for some reason he thinks that this guy should get off with this felony assault with intent to cause serious bodily injury or death, with having his charges filed, not even a conviction. And the DA tells me that, odds are, even if there was a conviction, he would see no jail time. The judges are very progressive in Rhode Island. This is what the guy told me. And he just doesn't see it. They go after cases that are worth pursuing. This is what he told me. And other victims in cases that involve similar charges have suffered things like missing limbs and other serious injuries. And where I'd have relatively minor injuries, the charge didn't really seem appropriate to him. It doesn't seem appropriate to charge, which I think is completely ridiculous, of course. And what makes this a unique case, you ask, because I brought that up earlier. If you go and look at all of the Antifa videos out there and their brazen attacks, because they're they're a bad group. They operate just like terrorists. They are terrorists. The definition of terrorism is unlawful use of violence and intimidation to further your political goals. And they have political goals. Their political goals is to shut down conservative speech. Any sort of speech that goes outside of what their approved agenda is, which it's dictated by the left, is grounds for them to show up and use violence against you. And it's wrong. And that's terrorism. By definition, that's terrorism. If you go and look at all the other Antifa videos out there, correct me if I'm wrong. I'd like to know. I'd like to see this. I've never seen them attack inside of a private business like the Providence Place Mall. I've seen plenty of attacks out on the streets. They're terrible in Portland and Berkeley. What they did to us in Providence was real bad. Even in Boston, they've turned out numerous times on the streets, but they've never managed to go inside of a place and attack someone in such a fashion. And for the DA, James Baum, B-O-H-M, to just let this guy get off with this attack, it's almost rewarding in a way. It's sending a message to this guy that what he did is absolutely okay. And other observers, people who see this happen, they're going to get the same message too. And it's only going to make the violence worse. This guy needs to be convicted. I applaud Senator Cruz and Senator Cassidy for talking about labeling these violent terrorists as an official terrorist group, sponsors of terror, whatever it is. I appreciate President Trump supporting this. I just want to show everybody. I put on the t-shirt that I was wearing the day of the attack. This is a t-shirt made by Grunt Style. It says Guardians of Freedom, and it depicts the fallen soldier memorial when a soldier is killed overseas and they set up the boots with the rifle and the helmet in memorial for whoever it was that's killed. That's what's on the shirt. And they attacked me. They almost killed me, and it was clear that they picked me as a target specifically. There's no doubt in my mind. I bet you if you ask the other people there that day, they would agree with me when I say that. If you want to call the Attorney General's office, their number is 401-274-4400. That's 401-274-4400. His name is Assistant Attorney General James Baum, B-O-H-M. And I'm trying to reignite the hashtag prosecute Antifa on Twitter. It's an old hashtag. It's popped up a bunch of times. I think it's appropriate for us to bring it back up. So retweet this with the hashtag prosecute Antifa. And thank you for turning in. Have a good day.